Okay, what up ladies and gents, your favorite Asian robot right here. Hopefully your favorite official content creator for First Descendant. And today, I'm gonna go through everything you need to know about Season 1. Season 1's invasion update was announced, alright? And this is sort of a preview from the director, Joo Minseok. So please do check it out with me, alright? Because there's quite a few fantastic things that are coming, and I'd love to go through all of them with you. If you missed the stream where we discussed this, don't worry, this video will be the summary. Alright, I will try and bring up some of the points that were discussed on stream, some of the things that we talked about, and all that kind of stuff as well. Alright, so let's get into it. Excuse any coughing, and of course, if you have not yet registered me as your content creator, please do so via the link in the description of the video. Let's get going. Alright. First things first. Thanks, Mom. She brought me some ginger tea. Lovely lady. Love my mom. Alright. First things first, what you need to understand is that although Karel's Legion had initially retreated, they're coming back with more powerful tactical weapons. Therefore, Season 1 is titled Invasion, which will feature the new mechanic called Invasions. Ta-da! Alright, so that's how it's got its name. Now, there's also going to be a new Descendant, Hailey. There's going to be Ultimate Freyna, Ultimate Weapons, a new intercept battle, and all that kinds of stuff. There's going to be a seasonal progression system, which is dropping day 1, and basically a whole bunch of goodies that are coming. However, not everything is dropping at the start of the season. Later on, I'll go through the roadmap section where I'll tell you when stuff is dropping, but they're going to release things in stages, so do be aware of that. Not everything is coming day 1. They're going to stagger it so that we can not only have the content, but bugs can be ironed out, things like that can be tested, and we can basically have a good time. Alright? Okay. So, the First Descendant is planning to provide seasonal updates, and Invasion is the first step on that journey. They plan on exploring the secrets of the Descendants and unraveling the story of Ingress as we journey through the seasons. Alright? New weapons, new Descendants, all this stuff will be coming. Now, for this particular season, excuse any coughing, Karel has prepared a new tactical weapon. Alright? This will feature in the Invasions. Alright? This is something you would have seen in the gameplay trailers, all that kind of shenanigans. But basically, the Invasion event is scheduled to occur daily in 2 hard infiltration operation dungeons. In the dungeon where the invasion has begun, you can start by selecting either infiltration operation or invasion. The invasion event can be cleared twice per day for each dungeon. Invasion dungeons will put your skills and wits to the test. To hold back the Descendants, Karel has built a defense system with different mechanisms for each of the legions. These dungeons are solo challenges that feature different routes, puzzles, and strategies from the normal dungeons, where your objective is to fend off the invasion as quickly as possible. However, there is an area of concern that we talked about in stream: solo challenges. Quite frankly, this is ultimately a game that is designed around community play. The same thing kind of happened when they first released the hard mode infiltration operations and people could not matchmake. They eventually had to release it. This would be a bit of a mistake if they were only making these solo. Now, what I think they mean is that you can go in with parties of friends, because not all of us are solo players. Many of us have friends. Alright, I'm one of them. So I would love to be able to play these invasion dungeons with my friends in order to progress through the season with them, but it remains to be seen how they'll handle this. So this is my only area of concern. I hope that the invasion dungeons will not be forced solo play. If I've got 3 hours with my friends, then I deserve to play 3 hours with my friends. Makes sense, right? Okay, next, new Descendant, Hailey Scott. Alright. Hailey Scott is the new sniper Descendant that is coming out, and she is a lovely, lovely lady. Alright? She's got a big cannon, okay? She's got a big sniper cannon, and pretty cool abilities. Let's take a look. Her first ability is called Cryo Round. Alright? As you can see, it's this rapid fire thing. Her shoulder piece will just come up and go pew 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 pew. It looks pretty cool, honestly. Like, I wanna really test out the skill when I get her, because this just looks so cool. It looks like a pretty good mobbing skill, so her mobbing build will probably focus around something like this, alright? Next is Storm Snare. Storm Snare unleashes a freezing beam that will release a chill vortex around you and knock back enemies. It inflicts cryo on enemies that take damage. So this can be a pretty good horde clear as well. You just trigger that and then boom. Alright, so this is looking pretty badass. Quite frankly, this attack comes in 2 stages. As you can see, there's the first stage, which is the AoE, and then finally the cannon finishes them off. So We'll have to see how it actually plays out in the game, but I'm pretty interested in that. Next is Cold Fury. Okay. Cold Fury is pretty interesting. Why is Cold Fury interesting? Because it is similar, in my personal opinion, to how VS's skill works, but instead of speeding her up, it slows her down. However, while she is slowed down, her firearm and skill critical hit rate and firearm penetration all increase significantly. Think about that for a second. Firearm attack and skill critical rate are increasing. This is huge. We already know that Valby functions so well simply due to the fact that she can supply moisture and start critting, right? If hers works in the same way, it's going to be beautiful. Firearm penetration will also help to penetrate enemies' defenses, therefore allowing you to deal even more damage. So, when you want to, this will most likely be useful for her gun/bossing build. So I foresee this happening. So we've already seen the first two skills like mobbing. This one is probably for her gun build. And last but not least, Zenith is her ultimate. Zenith will replace Hailey's weapon with her unique weapon, the anti-material sniper cannon. Penetration of the anti-material sniper cannon and firearm attack will greatly increase, and she will deal additional chill skill damage. She will recover MP upon successfully attacking weak points, and the cooldown of this decreases the more bullets you have remaining when the skill ends. This is probably going to be for her nuker build. So I'm looking forward to playing Hailey because, you know, I'm always saying Hailey in vain, alien brain, but this is amazing. So she's already got basically 3 builds set up. Gun Hailey for bossing, nuker for super fast solo bossing, and nuker being her no survivability, all in on damage type skill. And last but not least, she's got her mobbing build, which will be useful for leveling her up, getting her crystallization catalyst all set up. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Hailey. All right, remember, say Hailey in vain. All right. Okay, now this is the seasonal mechanic, the inversion reinforcer. Basically, Descendants are experiencing a change in the arcade, blah blah blah. We're getting superpowers. All right. There are 5 skill trees that you have to be aware of. The Hunt skill tree improves the Descendants' basic stats. The Attribute skill tree improves the Descendants' attribute resistance. All right. The Recovery skill tree improves the Descendants' recovery, MP recovery, shield recovery, HP recovery, all that kind of stuff. Survival will give your Descendant the ability to receive a defense buff that activates under certain conditions. And Season will receive an effect that is useful for invasion dungeons. All right. There are 5 of these skill trees. You can probably choose to level up whichever one you want. Now, the inversion reinforcement is a progression system that will only last for this season. So please don't say, hey, Robot, you didn't tell me this was going away at the end of the season. I'll say, mate, did you watch the video? Because if you didn't watch the video, I told you day one, this is going to go away. All right. So listen, this is going to go away. All right. At the end of the season, but you can enjoy it for the season. So I suggest maxing this out day one. You can learn the inversion reinforcement effect, i.e. progress through the skill trees, by using the Ironheart particles, which can be earned by clearing invasion dungeons or being active in the hard difficulty fields. So again, if the invasion dungeons end up solo, at least there's an alternative. We can just go to hard difficulty missions, go bum around here, there, and earn Ironheart particles. So we'll have to take a look at what is the best way to earn Ironheart particles. I have no doubt that the invasion dungeons will probably be a big boost, but you know, we'll have to see how it goes. Okay, collection effects are passive effects that are always applied during the season. This means that if you unlock all inversion reinforcement effects, you can utilize 3 selected effects and 5 collection effects. So by completing all of the skill trees, you will gain a collection effect. This is passive and is always active. So those are your 5 collection effects, all right? You can also get 3 selected effects, which could probably be from any tree. So I'm looking forward to seeing that, or it may require one per tree, so maybe 3 trees and then 5 collection effects. We'll have to see how it actually takes place, but as soon as I get my grubby little hands on the system, you could bet your bottom dollar that I'm going to be on this. So, okay. Next, Freyna's Awakening and Ultimate Freyna. Ultimate Freyna will be coming during the season, but not day 1. Please be aware of this. She will have her own unique story talking about her Room Zero trauma. If you have not already gone through her lore, I highly suggest reading it because her suffering, I mean, look at her suffering. Look at her face. Look at that face. All right. Don't you just love the suffering in her eyes? Ah, that's what I live for. I live to see her suffer. All right, so y'all better enjoy her suffering too. But anyway, this is coming. So I will tell you when she is coming, but there is one important thing here, is that future Ultimate Descendants will be added with seasonal updates as the Descendants stories and the First Descendant lore expands. After Season 1, Ultimate Freyna, excuse me, the next update to the Ultimate Descendants will launch sequentially, starting with the initial Descendants to join the core. All right, so invest in Hailey, it's safe. Invest in Luna, it's safe, because their Ultimates will be coming way many seasons down the line. All right, so you got plenty of time there. Okay, new ultimate weapons. There are 2 new ultimate weapons coming in the season. One is going to be day 1, the other one is coming later in the season. Excava, that's the one that's pictured there. The Excava is a powerful new assault rifle that will be acquired through the battle pass. The Excava charges voltage when attacking enemies and uses the charged voltage to fire energy grenades. All right, this is pretty excellent, and overall it is a amazing weapon that I'm looking forward to trying out. All right, it may not prove to be so good when we actually do the field testing, but hey, energy grenades sounds awesome. Assault rifle sounds awesome. So I'm kind of sold. Now, Frost Watcher is going to be a scout rifle that will reduce the enemy's chill resistance and increases your chill skill damage each time you hit an enemy at long range. The key word there is long range. We don't know what the actual distance is for long range. We'll have to figure that out. And you can expect me, as soon as this weapon drops, I will probably do a video on it, try and figure out what long range means, and then we'll go from there. All right. However, it is intended for use with Viessa or Hailey, who use chill skill attributes, and overall it seems like a pretty fun weapon. So I'm personally looking forward to this. I think it'll be great. Let's see how it goes. Yeah. Okay. Next, the looming threat over Ingress, the Death Stalker intercept battle. I'm sure you've seen that creepy skull mask lady in the Season 1 trailer, right? That's the Death Stalker. The Death Stalker emerges from the darkness and unleashes attacks based on poison and fear. Stalking Descendants in the darkness of the void, the Death Stalker is more formidable than any other Colossus you've ever intercepted. All right? So it's probably going to have its own unlock system, and then finally we're going to get to take it on. Now, the Death Stalker is also not dropping day 1, so do be aware of that. I'll tell you when it's dropping in a little bit, because there's the update schedule right down there. All right? But before we get to that, last things last, all right? There's the highest difficulty infiltration operations in ETA 0. ETA 0 is going to be a new merchant who will probably have its own currency. I think this is the one that they talked about where we're going to be able to dismantle like spare Ismo cells or whatever. I've got like 15 bajillion of those. Okay, once we dismantle them, we'll probably have a currency for ETA 0, because every time he visits Albion, think of Zer from Destiny 2, he will visit with blueprints for Descendants and ultimate weapons, and occasionally hard to find consumables. So don't miss out on visiting ETA 0. All right? Great. Grand. Now, the highest difficulty infiltration operations will be added in Season 1. You have to form a team or challenge yourself to the more difficult infiltration operations in public matchmaking. All right? Prove the strength of the Descendants and acquire loot that can only be obtained in more difficult infiltration operations. I have a feeling that Ultimate Freyna is going to be locked behind this. Why? Because they release around the same time. I believe. Yes, they do. Okay, great. Let's talk about the schedule. Now, this is the important part, okay? There is an update schedule. This schedule will tell you when stuff is coming out, so I'm going to go through it stage by stage. In the first update, August 29th, this is the day 1 update, all right? We'll be getting Hailey and her skins. We'll be getting the new invasion dungeons. We will have the inversion reinforcement system, which will last throughout the season. And the new battle pass containing the ultimate weapon Excava will be dropping day 1. So on the 29th, what are we going to farm for? Number 1, we're going to farm for Hailey. We are going to buy her skins. We are going to start doing the invasion dungeons and start working on the inversion reinforcement system. These are the videos that we are going to prep and drop. The first video you can expect is on the season pass, which I'll be buying day 1, of course, and explaining what's inside it. Yeah? Okay. September 26th, 1 month later roughly, there's going to be another update. This update will contain the new Stalker intercept battle. There will be a new ultimate weapon, Frostwatcher, most likely locked behind the Stalker battle. There will be new ultimate skins and ultimate Descendant exclusive spawn effects which will be dropping. Hopefully not in a super expensive bundle, just sell them to me separately. I'll still buy them, but please, alright? There you go. That is dropping the second update. So the second update is purely focused around the Colossus and the new ultimate weapon that will be locked behind that Colossus, alright? Please expect other things to be coming as well. These are just the general big things, big ticket items that are coming. Okay. Then they're going to prepare for the really big update on October 30th. Yes, this is close toward the end of the season, but excuse me. Close toward the end of the season, they will have Ultimate Freyna and Freyna's exclusive storyline dropping, okay? Ultimate Freyna's modification modules will be dropping as well. Okay, her new mods. Hailey's modification modules will also be dropping. However, she should have some day one modules. I do not know. I will confirm this when the season 1 update actually starts. All right. There'll be some new ultimate modules as well, but take note that they are ultimate modules. I don't know if it means for ultimate descendants or ultimate as in the rarity of the modules will be ultimate, but we'll see. The highest difficulty infiltration operations will be dropping. Okay, and ETA 0 will be starting his visits for the first time. So do look forward to that. Okay, grand. Now, this is basically the update schedule for Season 1. But there are also additional improvements that are coming in Season 1 that you should be aware of. Alright? First and most important is the Void Fragment change. From now on, alright, you just need to do the hard mode Void Fragment once. Excuse the coughing. The hard mode Void Fragment, if you just do it once, you'll be able to do the Void Fusion Reactor once. So what does this mean? Let me show you in game. Let's say I go to Echo Swamp, right? Let's say I want to unlock this Abyssal Void Fusion Reactor in the Derelict Covert, right? If I do this Void Fragment here, I'll be able to unlock this once, all right? So let's say I've got 10 Amorphous. I just have to do this Void Fragment 10 times. I can unlock this 10 times. Plain and simple. The best part is that the Void Fragment and Fusion Reactors have been changed so that they only take your shards if you choose to use the reconstruction device, all right? So if you don't have any Amorphous and you just want to help out your friends, you can do that. You can do that without costing yourself shards, which is the current problem. Right now, you have to tell your friend, oh no, you go solo because my fragments are going to go away if I help you. No more of this. You don't have to worry about it, which means your friends don't have to farm with you for fragments if they don't have Amorphous to unlock. They can just come with you and help you. All right, so it's pretty fantastic. The other crucial change is that each Void Fragment reactor is only going to require one type of shard. So there may be some changes to which is the most effective farm for shards. Like if you really want a particular type of shards, you can still go to the most effective drop or whatever. But they're trying to streamline the process and make it a lot easier. So I'm looking forward to this. I think this will be fantastic. So I'm looking forward to this change. I'll probably update you guys on the shard farms as well when this update actually drops. But yes, it's going to be an interesting one and a major improvement to Void Fusion Reactors, because now you get 10 Amorphous. You don't have to farm for like an hour or more just to get the fragments you need. No, just go straight there, bada bing, bada boom, you're done. Okay. Now, next is the improvements for hard infiltration operations. As previously announced, random options will now be replaced with preset selections. So right now we've got randomized options, so you can choose 0% score modifier, 150% score modifier, 220%. It's too complex. So they said that now there's going to be presets. You can have 0%, 125%, or 250%. Okay? And of course the difficulty will vary. Now, as I said on stream, I expect you all to choose 250. I catch anyone choosing anything less than 250, all right, you'll see me in your bedroom at night breathing over you and saying, why'd you choose the easy road? I'm joking. But I do look forward to trying out the 250%. I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be crazy. You know, we'll have to see what kind of modifiers are in there, but I think it's going to be crazy. All right. Now, Descendants who choose the same preset can play together in public matchmaking. In addition, to prevent the number of types of matchmaking pools from growing indiscriminately, Descendants who select the same infiltration operation will now be matched together regardless of their selected rewards. So let's say I'm going for Amorphous 96. You know, those going for Amorphous 97 can matchmake with me. So this will improve matchmaking for the hard infiltration operations. All right. And lastly, the timed occupation mission will be removed from hard infiltration operations and replaced with extermination battles. So you know, in some of the infiltration operations, we kind of had to sit on a spot, wait, occupy, occupy. No more of that. Now it's just go in, kill, murder, rip and tear until it's done. And I'm looking forward to that. All right. So the time can be reduced based on the Descendant skill. All right. You got to have a bunny for mobbing or an equally effective mobber. Falby, Sanguinus, son of the Emperor, also known as Glay. All right. Now, next is the feature you've all been waiting for. It's the feature I've been waiting for. It's the feature all of us have been waiting for. It's literally why most of us aren't even advancing our Descendants right now. Here's the thing. From now on, whenever you crystallize a slot, it'll be assigned a socket, right? Same as before. However, you'll be able to recrystallize that slot and assign a different socket to it, which can be changed freely. So let's say in setting 1, I've got certain sockets for my mobbing build. Then later on, I want to build setting 2, which is my bossing build. It requires different sockets, so I can build my different sockets for my bossing build. Then you've got setting 3, which has like my nuker build. I can have completely different sockets there. So yes, although it might require several recatalyzations in order to achieve, it does mean that you can have whatever build you want for whatever Descendant without compromising other builds. So expect a redo of several of my builds during the season, starting with Bunny first, and then Lepic, and then of course Glay. These 3 will be my first main ones, and then VSL will be worked on during the season. So I'm really looking forward to that. Valby will also be worked on during the season, as long with Hailey, so look forward to that. Okay, that is the new crystallization system. Expect a video on it, because I know many people will be confused. We'll be trying out the system ourselves, especially with Bunkar, Warrior Rabbit of Justice. All right, we'll be trying that out for ourselves and letting you guys know how things work, how it feels, you know, all that kind of jazz. All right, so we'll let you know day 1. That being said, it will probably take me a couple of days to get used to it, and then I'll put out a video explaining the full system, and off you go. Off you go. Okay, buffs. Like I said, there is a no nerf policy here, and the devs are sticking to it. 3 Descendants are getting buffs: Jayber, Blair, and Ajax. These are the Descendants getting buffed in Season 1. So, first and foremost, Jayber's turret has been improved so that it will apply stats such as skill power modifier and additional attack, and will be able to be enhanced by Descendant modules. Right now, Jayber's turrets cannot be enhanced, so they've heard your feedback, they are buffing JJ. Additionally, Jayber's turret sync ability has been adjusted to apply to the turret Jayber is summoned, and if the turret engineering modification module is equipped, the summoned turret has been improved to create an area. Alright? Blair's Pitmaster skill has been improved to have more of an enhanced effect based on the number of flame zones that is active. The duration of the Blaze Up skill has been increased, the MP cost has been reduced. When using the Extinguish skill, the flame zone will no longer be retrieved. Instead, the Taste of Aggression effect will stack based on the number of flame zones. Alright? The damage of Burn Taste skill has been increased, and the skill input feature, Burn Taste is his flamethrower, has been added to allow cancelling of the skill mid-use. Additionally, the maximum stacks of the Incendiary Bomb modification module has been increased, and the performance of Deadly Cuisine skill has been enhanced when the Classic Chef modification module is equipped. Alright, so Blair is also going to get some buffs, some actual buffs in the season. Ajax. Ajax's Orbital Barrier and Hypercube skills are now affected by attribute resistance, making them stronger. The Body Enhancement modification module increases HP, defense, and shield. When using these skills, Void Energy will always recover to 100%, allowing the use of enhanced skills more often. Additionally, the Void Charge modification module will allow the Void Walk skill to be stacked, and Void Walk and Expulsion skills have been modified to increase their damage based on defense. When using an enhanced skill, the cooldown will now reset. So Ajax is going to be coming in as not just a tank, but a hard-hitting tank. He still needs a taunt, but still, not bad. Okay, there are going to be various UI improvements as well. First, there will be a feature to designate random options that have been added to the external components, Junk Filter and Reactor. This allows you to conveniently designate items that don't have needed random options as junk. So what I'm understanding from this statement is that we'll be able to select 4 reactors, attack on Colossus, fire skill damage. Let's say I'm looking for 1 full epic. Anything that doesn't have these will be junked straight away. All right. So that is my understanding. I will try out the system and let you guys know in a video so that you guys can use it as well. All right. The shapes displayed to show your preferred item attachments can now be designated using a variety of shapes. So I'm pretty sure that the attached items in game, you can change the shape from a heart to something else. All right, so that's what I'm thinking. And a favorite feature has been added to the research menu, and the acquisition information of the applied item will now be shown on the map. So other updates include additional improvements to icon display and several other various improvements. All right. So don't miss this First Descendants first season. It is starting in August 29th. I'll be there day 1, so I expect you guys to be there day 1. All right, the Farmageddon starts on the 29th. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it has been informative. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you guys have not already registered me as your content creator, please make sure you guys do so. It'll be very, very helpful to me in my journey. Now, the other thing I have to say is that if you guys have already registered me more than a month and a half ago, you might want to extend your support, because supporting me as a creator only kind of lasts for 2 months. All right, this is to prevent bots from flooding the system or people who have no longer any interest in the game still counting as a supporter. All right, if you guys want to carry on supporting me, make sure you register, make sure you extend your support. Link is in the video description. Once again, thank you so much for watching. But before we go, we have to thank our new set of top tier people. All right, so starting with our top tier channel members, here they are. Ba-da-bam! We now have Haza Jose as Plus Ultra fans. Thank you to Princess Star Trek Hoodie, Arcane Silver, and Death Dawning 982 as Plus Ultra as well. All right, big thank you to BVS Fang, George Tishon, and Nisk at the Only Fan level. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much. All right, I hope you guys will continue to support the channel. We also have some new folks in the August top supporter list. Thank you to our top tipper CG Mayhem. All right, top tipper list includes Luke Greenfield. Top super chatter is RR Odyssey. Top super chat list includes Sebastian DeChance, George Tishon, TX Panicking, Sir Tommy Gunn, CU Yuri, Death Dawning 982, I3XO, Atomic John B, Ted Wu, Phil the Megapint, BVS Fang, and the top channel membership gifter is TX Panicking. Thank you guys so much for all you do for me. I hope you guys will continue to support me, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you very much. Catch you on the next video.